What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's vlog is a Friday sews and I'm going to take you sewing with me. So I know you haven't had your normal instalment from me at 6 a.m. Apologies, Rowan. I know you have breakfast with me. Katie, I know you put your makeup on with me. But unfortunately, it's my off day and I thought that I would spend the day sewing. I have had an amazing couple of weeks getting the Jazz in Bloom boxes out, and a massive thank you to everybody that bought one. And I've had some really good feedback from those that have received it. All of them have been posted. I know that the ones that are in Australia, New Zealand, America, Sweden, Germany, they're all the different areas that were bought. They might take a little while to get to you, but they are well en route, and hopefully you will have them soon, and hopefully not too many unboxings will spoil the surprise. I've watched one this morning from my beautiful friend Claire, and it just fills my heart with warmth to see somebody enjoy the products that I have purchased, the products that I have made. So I spent some time last night when I finished work cleaning up in here because it was a disgrace. When I do all of this kind of I did it with the advent calendars, I do it every time I've got a bulk of orders as well. I just trash this room and everything gets overtaken by resin, everything right up to my computer. This whole workbench does. And I have an additional workbench behind you that I utilise. So yeah, my room is put back together. I feel like I've got a bit of serenity in here. My sewing machines are down there, so I need to get them out and get them set up. But I thought I'd come on and tell you what I'm planning on getting up to. So I have cleaned the house already this morning. It's 10 o'clock. Kids went off to school nice and early. I cleaned up the house and I thought, right, I have a few bits to cut out. And I'd already sorted out the fabrics. I'd already sorted out what I was cutting. I'd stuck some bits together last night as well. It's all on my ironing board because it's how I carried it out from the house. So I have got some quick makes today, although I think I'm being even a little ambitious for myself considering I've got a whole day sewing. But I have got a few Naya tees to make up. So I'm actually wearing a Naya tee by Tammy Handmade today. I'm wearing it with my pyjama bottoms. I'm not going to stand up because it doesn't go at all, hence the no makeup on my face. I'm enjoying my day off. I have got a plain black one. I need some more sort of plain t-shirts in my wardrobe, particularly in black and white. I don't actually have any white fabric. I was having a look through my stash earlier to see if I had some white viscose jersey or cotton jersey, and I haven't. It's really frustrating. I suppose it's just not something I gravitate to buying. So I've cut out a plain black Naya tee that will go with a plethora, that's the right word, plethora of my garments, and when I wear particularly patterned trousers. I do have an Anna Allen pair of Pomona pants cut out as well that I cut out at last week's sewing social in pink. I don't think I'll get around to them, but if I can, great. So the Naya tees that I've got cut, I've got this gorgeous Dupes design fabric. So the lovely Crafty Clyde was having a bit of a de-stash and I spotted this on her Instagram and I knew instantly it was Dupe design, and I do love. I've bought one fabric from them and it was in this navy blue and it had these sort of colours all over it, and it was probably one of my most worn dresses, to the point where I've worn it to death. It still is up there, but there's holes and bits in there, so but I am reluctant to let it go because the fabric isn't cheap, but it is absolutely beautiful. So another Naya tee in that. So they should be fairly quick mates because they're jerseys. I reckon I'll be able to whip both of those up within an hour, so they're going to be my first tackles. Then I've done a Naya tee in woven, which I've never done before. So this is a gorgeous viscose fabric that I got from the wonderful Rowan, who's a Yorkshire Sew girl, when she was doing a bit of a de-stash. It's a Minerva fabric and it's really pretty. And I've cut, because I've heard loads of people say you can do the Naya tee in woven and it will fit, but I've never tried it, so I thought I would give it a go. I know it's quite boring, three kind of the same top and the top that I'm actually wearing, but it is probably my most worn t-shirt, and I've got a few different ones in my wardrobe. And I've found with the weight loss, I've grown out of a lot of things. I haven't grown out, but I don't fit in a lot of my things at the moment, and I just needed some bought some new ones. So I think all my Naya tees were previously cut in a size 16. They're very, very big, very, very baggy. They still fit lovely, but I wanted to get a couple of extra ones in my wardrobe, and I've just sized down to a 14 because it's an oversized fit anyway. So they're my Naya tees that I've got cut out. Then I've cut out this gorgeous fabric, which only arrived in the post this week, guys. I made a purchase from First for Fabrics. I bought this gorgeous viscose jersey, and I bought these two fabrics here. Might as well show you them. I mean, I saw this go up and I could not resist. It's a double gauze. This will be what I make my Sew April blouse in this month. I will try and get round to that this weekend, but I really need to wash it first. But yeah, this is just absolutely stunning. Now, I will say the leopard print's kind of printed on, so I'm hoping that it softens when it goes in the wash, because it feels a bit, I don't know, a bit rough at the moment, but it is stunning. And then I also bought this. I couldn't resist this. It was a gorgeous blue, and it's just this lovely viscose, and I've got a couple of meters of that. No idea what I'm going to do with that, but I just couldn't resist. So I've already digressed, and we're only a few minutes in. I don't think that's going to stay up there. So yeah, an Agnes top from Tilly and the Buttons. Now, the last one I made was a few years back when I hadn't worked out the shoulder adjustment to get the shoulders to sit in the right place, but I loved the shape and the style of the rest of it on me. So I have gone by my body measurements, which is so new to me having to do this, gone by my body measurements, worked out what size I am, still done the grading on the shoulders and the neckline, and I'm hoping this one will fit me because I just love this fabric. So again, fairly quick sews, guys. Depends on how long I spend talking to you, doesn't it? And the final piece. So this was a fabric that I got from the Stitch Festival. Now, I know that we're still in, the weather's beautiful. It's going to be 19 degrees today. My other half's out golfing. Thank God for that, because I did not want him here all day. He wasn't working today, and I really wanted to sew. And when he said he was off, I felt my heart sink a little bit. That sounds terrible, but it was like, I really want to go and sew and not spend time with you. So he's off golfing, and enjoying the sunshine. So I've already digressed again. But I get cold quite easily, and I know that this will be perfect because it's not too thick of a sort of sweatshirting fabric, but it's a gorgeous, well, it's not sweatshirting, it's brushback French terry, I think, looking at the actual fabric. So it's nice and thin and lightweight, but it will give me that extra bit of warmth. I thought this would pair really nicely with that black Naya tee. And this is the Cara Cardigan, because I said that that's what I wanted to make out of this fabric, and I have got some of this fabric left. The Cara Cardigan from Tammy Handmade, which I've had in my stash for ages and been wanting to make up. So I think in the order that I'm going to do it, I'm going to set my machines up, and then I'm going to get on with my Nayas, my woven Nayas, and my my jersey Nayas and my Agnes. That's where I'm going to start. So we'll see how far I get. I may even try them on for you when I've done them, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, t-shirt one, plain black, a plain fabric in my wardrobe. How amazing is that? So one down already. I didn't even look at the time, but I've got a feeling it's only taken me about half an hour to get that done. You've been on time lapse the whole time. I've actually kept this cropped length, or the shorter length, rather than normally I'll lengthen it, but I've kept it. I don't know whether that's, I'm just feeling a little bit more confident about wearing things that sit on the hip line instead. But it's just an oversized tee, and it's very, very comfortable, and it will go with so many things in my wardrobe. So I'm going to get on with the next one. I'll check back in a bit. Okay, so top two. I love this one. This is more of a structured jersey than this one. This one's very sort of viscose and drapey. In fact, this is incredibly drapey, whereas this one's got that little bit of structure to it. But I really, I love this fabric. I think that's what it is. I love the fabric, which means I just love it. It comes together as well. It's a bit more stable than this. So this one was a lot quicker than this one because the fabric didn't shift as much, which was quite nice. But hopefully you can see the difference between the two types of fabric that you use for the Naya and what you actually get. I mean, there is part of me that thinks I could size down to a 12 rather than the 14. But actually, I quite like the fact that it's got that bit of oversizedness to it. Especially where it sits, it looked nice with a nice high-waisted pair of jeans. Obviously my pyjama bottoms just aren't cutting it. I have put labels in both of these. I put a little button label in this one, and in this one I have popped in one of the ones that I got in my calendar. So little rainbow, and then it's got the pencil on the back. So that was from the Kylie and the Machines calendar. Yeah, 11:30. I have just watched the lovely Rachel from French Seams. She has just put her Friday sews up, and she has made, I want to say it's the Hug hoodie in this fabric, so it's just made me more excited to sew this up. Now I know that the Agnes top from Tilly and the Buttons is going to be another quick make like these, because you know it's just jersey, quick whip up, put together, nothing complicated, because I'm making the very plain one. So I think what I'm going to do is make up that, because I think that'll only take me about 45 minutes, and then go and get myself some lunch, and then come back into the sewing room to get on with this. The sun is definitely shining out there, as you can see from how it's coming through in here. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that sewn up, and then yeah, I'm loving having this time to myself. I know I sound really sad, but I love it. Hey guys, I'm back. 12:10. I'm doing really well. I'm on my third top. Now I haven't hemmed this because I need to change the thread in my machine to do it, because I really want to do it in like a bluey greeny colour, and I've got a couple of colours that would match this perfectly. But because my other two makes are going to use black thread, I don't see the point in changing it to hem this. So I'm going to keep this as it is, hang it up, and then hem it. Now the adjustment that I've made on the shoulders has worked so much better. The last time I made this, these shoulders sat all the way down here and it just didn't fit. So for anybody that doesn't know what I do, all Tilly and the Buttons block bodice for the top half of the body, I'm quite narrow across this top bit here. So although her sizing for this particular top puts me in a size 6, I have to grade. So to get the fit that I want, I'm a size 6 across here. So just so you can see the actual finished article, it's very clingy fabric, but I don't mind it, because I'd probably wear this tucked in, if I'm honest with you, which is perfect. But yeah, to get this shoulder seam to sit on the edge of my shoulder the way it should, I've graded on the pattern pieces. So this is the Tilly and the Buttons bodice. I've gone from a size 4 across the top. I've gone a 4 down in the underarm, and then just here I've started to grade out to a size 6. So can you see that? And then I've done exactly the same on the sleeve head as well. So I'm a size 4 all across the top, and then from here I've started to grade out to a 6. So I don't have any problems with it fitting me under the arm, because it's come out to a 6 under the arm, which is where I need it to be, which means it's a 6 across the bust. But then across here, across this top section where I am slightly narrower and where my shoulders are narrow, I haven't got to do a narrow shoulder adjustment to get this to sit where I need it to sit, because I tend to find that distorts the pattern for me. So it fits perfectly as a graded shoulder. So I hope that helps you, because I know a few people have asked me how I do this. I have to do it with all Tilly's patterns. I don't have to do it with certain other pattern companies, but with Tilly's I do particularly have to grade those shoulders to get them to fit me fine. But I'm really, really pleased with this top. I think this is really nice. I'm pleased I've done it. I love this big scoop neck here, and it's not too low, so I could be in schools and I could be doing stuff in there. Obviously it doesn't go with what I'm wearing. I've got no makeup on, so this isn't going to look great, and it's over a pair of elasticated baggies, so it makes me look like my tire ring around my stomach really is there. So yeah, but I love it. I'm going to hem it a little bit later when I've started making my other things. I've just had the lovely Alison from Sew Like Dotty keeping me company on YouTube. I do like a Friday, because there's a few different Friday sews or weekly vlogs, and this week hers was a sewing week vlog, and it was quite nice. She did unbox her Jazz and Wow box while she was talking, and shared I adapted hers because she needs to have sterling silver because of her ears and her allergies. So the earrings that I popped out in my bloom box, she's got an adapted pair, just because I couldn't get the flower studs in sterling silver, which is frustrating, but it's one of those things. So I am gonna go. I need to pop to the shop to grab some bits so I can make myself some lunch. And then I'm going to come back in, and out of what I got cut out this morning and what I said to you guys, I think I was being ambitious. I've got my Cara Cardigan, which I might start next because, again, it's another jersey make. It should be quite a quick make. And then I've got my Naya T. Now, if I am seriously on a roll and I've still got time, I might make my pink pomona pants as well, because they're all really quick makes. You know, we're talking the pomonas will only take me about an hour. So yeah, it's nice. I feel like I've been productive, and these are all cleansing makes but essentials in my wardrobe. Now I've got an entire weekend of sewing, and I think what I might end up doing is finishing the jumpsuit that I started cutting out of my social last week. This jumpsuit. So I said to you guys in last week's Friday Sews, I am going to make the Alexa jumpsuit by Tilly and the Buttons. Got down to my sewing social, I hadn't even taken the pattern with me. Taken the fabric, but not the pattern. So I had to wander back up to my house. Luckily, it's only down the road from me. Got my pattern, went down, cut it all out, went over to the cutting table, got thrown off because I couldn't find my rotary cutter anywhere, and I was having to use scissors, and it was viscose, and I hated the way it cut. Then Grace came to the rescue with a rotary cutter, and I started cutting out the rest. But because I was in such a fluster, I think, from that, I didn't actually check all the pattern pieces, and I know that I didn't place the pattern pieces on the fabric in a way that I could have maximised the use of the fabric. I just didn't do it. I don't know what was wrong with me. So I ended up not having enough fabric to do the back legs of the jumpsuit. Now I went on to Fabric Godmother because I'd spent a lot of money on this fabric. I didn't want to waste it on a half cut jumpsuit, and I have reordered it. And what I'm going to do today later is I'm going to cut the back leg pieces, but I think I'm also going to go over the pieces that I cut with scissors and just make them a little bit neater. Long gone are the days of me using scissors, I can tell you that now. I forgot how much they hurt my hands, but also how untidy I find it. With a rotary cutter, I'm just so much more precise. For a slapdash sewist, I'm quite impressed that I prefer to have a more precision when I cut. Anywho, I'm going to put my other top on. I'm going to stop waffling at you. I'm going to go and get some lunch. I'll be back in a bit. Hey, I've just got back from the shop. Now, I love my local shop because I'm in a tiny little village, and it's a tiny little village shop, and they tend to have loads of random stuff in there. They do get in my magazines for me, and I know I pay a lot more for them through them, but I like to support them. They're a really small business. It's run by I think they're a young married couple, but yeah, they're really good, and they've got a post office tag to it, and they're really good with me with my Jazz and Wild stuff, because I can just take it round and drop it off, and then they'll do it, and then they'll give me all my receipts when I next go in. So they're really, really good. But I thought I'd show you what I got, because I was quite pleased. They've also got a new magazine in that is dedicated for sewing, and I bought one last month as well. I bought the last, no, it wasn't last month, but I bought the last one that they had in, and I really, really liked some of the patterns. And I had to double check that I wasn't rebuying the same magazine. But anyway, I'm waffling. So this is the patterns that came in it. So this is one of the Sussex seamstress patterns. So I actually quite like this. It's a very work appropriate dress for me. So I thought that was quite nice. This is one of the ones that was in my magazine. And then this is the Juliet top, which is a really nice blouse, actually. Make a nice blouse for the So April blouse. Now, I find that a lot of the patterns that I get in these magazines tend to do like a revolving door. So I've already had them once. Haven't got either of those, which is great. And these are so cute. So cute. These are the Avery dungarees. This is where I wish my children were still small, so I could make them some, but they're not. But they are really, really cute. So yeah, they're the Avery dungarees. And then obviously you get your magazine, which I'm going to read whilst I'm eating my lunch. For lunch today, I am having waffles, gravy and cheese. I know, it's beautiful outside. I have salad every day at the moment, part of my diet. And today I'm like, no, I want want some comfort food, so 2 waffles, some cheese and a bit of gravy, and I'm happy. So the other book that I got was this one. So what I will say to you is that puts me off of this is these are the patterns. So A, I have to trace them. B, I have to look and work out which one belongs to which. But, you know, if I've got the patience to do it, there's some beautiful, beautiful, oh, there's a lovely blouse in here. Let me just show you all the different types of patterns that are in here. So in this edition, I've got the last one as well. So you've got this gorgeous blouse here. I think that's lovely. I think this is stunning. It's very Victorian, but I like it. Then this sort of, this is, I think, this one of the same patterns. You've got another wrap style here. And then can you see this? I love this. This is gorgeous. What else have we got? Quite like this sort of hoodie dress here. This is really nice as well. And I love the vintage kind of shirt type dress here. So yeah, there's some lovely, lovely patterns. This is just sort of like at a glance, but they've usually got, the thing I like about this book, or that I found that I liked in the last one, was they showcase some of the dresses made up. So you can see different versions of it. And this one's obviously focused very much on a bit of a 70s style. But look at this. This is one of the dresses that's in there. How beautiful is that? And obviously that's one of the jackety things. Jackety things. That's such a right way of saying it, isn't it? And this is the blouse. This blouse, I think, has some absolutely beautiful features to it. So yeah, whether they actually get made up because I trace them out, I don't know. But I do like this. This is the second one I've bought. And the other one that I bought had some gorgeous patterns in it as well. So I might get braver. I'm doing better, and I am trying to embrace a few more big four patterns because I think it's important. This is that coat. How gorgeous is that? So yeah, I think I had to pop on and show you. They always give you a bit of a update in fashion as well, which I quite like because I like reading a magazine in general. But yeah, it's good. Anyway, that was the last one that I got. It was this one here, the last one that I got. So there was some good patterns in there. But I thought I'd share it with you. I don't know whether you buy it. Let me know in the comments down below if that's something you buy and if you make it up and how you find tracing the patterns out. I'd be really curious. Right, I'm going to go and have some lunch. Okay, I came in here at 10 o'clock this morning and it is now 10 to 3. And I bought in 3 Naya T-shirts, 2 which were in knit fabric and 1 which was in a woven fabric, which is what I've currently got on because I've just tried it on. And I absolutely love this. I've never made the Naya in a woven and I don't know why, because it comes together really nice. And especially at the hip length without having to extend, it fits really, really well and would look great with a pair of jeans. The cap sleeves fit in perfect, or the cuff sleeves, they're not caps, the cuff sleeves fit in perfectly. Now what I have done, rather than using the fabric for the neckline, because I don't think a fabric neckline would have fitted in. I could be wrong, but I've just used a plain black knit. I just wanted to make sure that it would fit, so I used some black jersey fabric that I got for that. And actually I think that contrasts beautiful against this fabric, so thank you, Viran, for this, because this was from your D-stash and I know it was from a remnant from you, and I've now got a remnant left of this, so I'm trying to think of what else I can make with it, because I think this fabric looks really nice, suits me. So yes, so I have made this. I have made the Dupes design, which I got from the lovely Crafty Clyde. Try not to fall over whilst I'm in here. So I've made this one, which I love as well. I mean, it's just such a happy fabric. When she sent this to me, she popped in there some of the beeswax that I think she said she made them from, I can't remember what she put on her card, but it was gorgeous. So yeah, I've got some of that as well that she sent me, which was lovely. But yeah, I got this. So that one's made. And then I've made my black one, which is here. Very, very drapey one, but very comfortable. Will go with most things in my wardrobe. And then I've made the Cara Cardigan by Tammy Handmade. Now this will not go with the top that I have on, but I'm going to put it on to show you. I'm not sure what I'm doing about the arms yet, because I do think it's not exactly tight on here because it's using the same fabric, and I don't actually know whether to cut it off and just hem it, but I haven't made my mind up on that, so I've left them on for the time being. I've put buttons on, so these are my buttons that went out in the advent calendars, and I thought they went really well with this. So I've got a few buttons, and I think that is gorgeous, and with actually a black t-shirt, not leopard print and clash of patterns that I've got going on, I think this will look really, really nice. And it's really warm, and it is so warm in this room. I've actually hung it over my black Naya T, so you can kind of get the idea of how these two look together, which is probably how I'd wear it, which I think is quite nice. I've popped this Fabric Godmother handmade label in as well. The only thing I did differently with this cardigan, so the Cara Cardigan, the way that she has you put on the band, she gets you to hem along the bottom first, and then you put the button band on, and then you turn it over, and then you stitch all down here. I don't like that look, so I have hemmed, met the band at the bottom, and then just put it on the really easy way of folding it in half and doing it and making sure that I sew that down. But I'm really, really happy with that. Probably could size down in that cardigan if I'm honest with you. But yeah, so I have sat here. I've also done my tilly and the buttons Agnes top, which I just need to hem. And I did consider whether I would continue to sew and do my pomonas, but I think I'm going to go and chill on the sofa now. The girls will be back from school in 45 minutes, so I've still got 45 minutes of me time before the family get back. And then I'm going to have to get ready to go out and be sociable tonight with my partner and friends. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog there, and I think it's going to be quite a long one anyway. So thank you very much for watching me today. I hope you're all well. Let me know what you're up to project-wise in the comments down below, and I will catch you all on Sunday for my Sew April Blouse vlog. Take care. Bye.